On this episode, I talk about my favorite sneakers, how I hustled a decade ago, and VaynerMedia's holiday party? You ask questions, and I answer them. This is the Ask GaryVee Show. Hey everybody, this is Gary Vaynerchuk, and welcome to episode 52 of the Ask GaryVee Show. Big day today here at VaynerMedia. It is the holiday party. I don't know who decided to make this a Wednesday.
Thank you.
Right? I mean, are you guys pumped for the holiday party?
Yeah!
Thursday is gonna be a disaster. Let's get into the show.
Harvest Funders asks, what does hustle look like for you now versus 5 or even 10 years ago? Why has it changed?
This is such a great question. Thanks, Harvest, for it. And I'm gonna expand on it. I'm gonna go long form on I was even talking to D-Rock and Stefan that this might have to turn into a 3 to 5 minute video movie because I'm starting to have this weird realization. I've been talking to Mike, trainer Mike, about this during the workouts, which is like, wait a minute, was I really hustling at 25 to 30? I wasn't into email culture yet, nor was the wine industry, nor was society. The store closed at 9. You know, after a while, 7:30 felt like the appropriate time to leave. You know, I had girlfriends that I lived with. Brandon, my best friend who runs Wine Library, lived above me. And like, you know, I can sit here and think about, 8:30 a night on a Wednesday at 26 playing like Monopoly on GameCube, and that is just not even remotely close in the equation at this point. You know, it's really fun to be a businessman instead of an athlete because your prime is so much further down the path and you have so much more time to get there. Right now, look, athletes, a lot of those people, those kids are, hustling in junior high and high school, and so maybe the timing's a little bit different, but the truth is my hustle today is at an all-time high, especially since June 7th when I've incorporated working out, which has driven me to wake up so much earlier. Not that I have more energy because I was high on sugar, I've come to realize, but I can tell you this. Let's start with this. Every person right here in this circle, this inner circle of 5, and anybody out there that really knows, and some of you have watched and I've thrown up my calendar here and there, nobody comes close to me and really sniffs my level of hustle and how much work I put in and don't take a step back and saying, really? Because it is literally every second of every minute of every day for a very long period of time, and you hear about it. Alex heard about it. He was a fan. He knew what I was spitting through this, right? He worked at VaynerMedia, but until he got a little closer, it gets really intense. It gets intense when I'm working the way I'm working and I'm texting him 17 times on a Saturday while I'm in the air and saying, do this, and this, and this, and we're gonna do this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And so, my hustle is up.
Lyndon asks, in the first 30 seconds of someone meeting you, what do you reveal about yourself?
Lyndon, this is a great question, and I'm gonna give you I'm declaring a great answer alert. Good. I can probably get somebody to consume something from me within the first 13 seconds, let alone 30 seconds, because it's not what I'm gonna say, it's how I feel. See, words are great, but energy is a whole different game, and I win on that game, right? And so within the first 30 seconds, I'm gonna establish, and have always established for my entire life, from first grade, first 30 seconds into any business meeting to when I'm in a big offsite, when everybody goes around the room and says, I'm Stefan, I work at VaynerMedia, but then I do I'm Gary, I'm a Jets fan. Like, I, within 30 seconds, set the tone, vibe-wise, if I don't get to say something, which is rare for me not to say something within the first 30 seconds, I establish that I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
Your boy LV asks, what is your favorite pair of sneakers of all time?
That's a nice little segue from the last question. My favorite pair of sneakers, hands down, is the 1985, I think, Patrick Ewing Adidas. I'm a huge Knicks fan. Let me tell you my all-time hated pairs of shoes. every single Air Jordans of all time because I hate Michael Jordan. And I love Patrick Ewing and the 85 Adidas.
Mike asks, I've caught a few of your Ask GaryVee shows and love the content. What are your thoughts on Google+? Why do you continue to use it?
Mike, I think Google Plus is a failure for Google. Once again, a big company that is amazing, maybe, actually, my pick for the best company in tech in the world, but just doing something outside of their DNA. They try to copy something. It was ill-fated in my opinion. I still use it because there's an audience of mine there. It ties in nicely to the YouTube society. There's a small niche group of people that I massively respect from Google Plus that are early adopters of technology, early Twitter users, and they've created a nice community. And much like every social network besides Twitter, most social networks are not so social. They're content distribution portals, unfortunately. And I've got some audience there, and I will continue to distribute my content considering that it's so native to the YouTube platform where so much of this goes. I mean, obviously people listening on the podcast know, I was talking to a bunch of people that are listening to the podcast, hey podcast peeps, that how sometimes they go and run and watch the show. As a matter of fact, one of our VaynerMedia employees heard me say Asia and something else and thought that I called you Asia because they thought that I was thinking India and I said Asia, and then I punched him in the face and said, do you really think I wouldn't know that? Anyway, so they went and watched the video, is my point. My big point is, what I think about it is, it's a loss, but it still has value, and that's something that I want everybody to pay attention to. Nothing is ever dead. I talk about email open rates being down, but email is probably at the top of my marketing strategy. It's not about 100 or 0, it's where is it at this moment. And where Google Plus is at this moment is it still merits the minimal time it takes for me to post a YouTube video on that platform and occasionally engage with that community. Something that MySpace no longer brings to me, but did in 2009 and 10 with Wine Library TV. Get it?
Simply Being Mom asks, are you a morning person?
I am not a morning person. I sleep like a brick. Like, I literally believe that somebody could break into my home, stab me in the leg with a knife, and still then continue to steal everything out of my apartment. I just sleep hard. And so when I wake up, it's just not great. That being said, no question, I'm waking up a hell of a lot better because of my working out. A lot of times I've been talking about how I haven't picked up energy, but what I have picked up is the ability to wake up on this 5.5, 6 hour kind of window that I sleep, which I know a lot of you think I sleep 3 or 4 hours. Heck, I'd sleep 7 or 8 if I could really, like, when and if I can. By the way, and this is a whole nother long thing that we gotta get into eventually, it's not about how much you sleep, it's what you do while you're awake. So, a couple things for the question of the day. Obviously today is VaynerMedia's holiday party. Please tell me in the question of the day a story. It's not a question, it's story time, Vayner Nation. Tell me your most interesting story from a corporate or company holiday party. I need a little gossip in my life. And number 2, why are you not visiting me at the Wine Library on Saturday? You keep asking questions, I, get it, will keep answering them. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.